What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a little like pregnancy talk with you guys. I think that's what I want to call it. Haven't really figured out what the title of this video is going to be, but pretty much I want to talk to you guys about pretty much all of the cold hard truths that I've found about pregnancy, or from my experiences, the things that I have found and the things that I feel like would be helpful for other people to know. These are a lot of things that I was not aware of coming into being pregnant, a lot of things that I figured out and found out the hard way. All in all, obviously, this whole entire process and being pregnant and everything, it's obviously a beautiful, beautiful thing. But just like with everything, there are a lot of negatives that come with it, and a lot of things that if I could not deal with, I wouldn't. If I could choose not to deal with it, I wouldn't. I just wanted to share some of these things with you guys, and from my experiences up until this point, and obviously after giving birth, I'm sure I'll have a ton more like stories and truths and things to share with you guys. I'm gonna do a video about that after like I deliver, like my delivery story and everything that happened to me personally. Hopefully it goes smoothly. So pretty much kind of like over the last few weeks I've been writing down like a list of things that, okay, this is like one of the things with like being pregnant is you get out of breath like really easily. So like I'm trying to talk and I haven't been doing anything but like doing my makeup, but you get out of breath very, very easily. So I'm like huffing and puffing over here for no reason. Yeah, so pretty much over the last few weeks I've been writing down things to share with you guys. So I kind of want to make sure I'm getting everything, so I'm going to touch base with here and then kind of talk on some things as I go along. Because one, we can start here. A big thing with being pregnant that I found is you are really forgetful. Like, you forget a lot of things, and that is actually very, very true. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about like pregnancy brain or whatever. It is a real thing. It's alive and well. I'm probably not, actually I don't think I'm as bad as like some other people that I've been around, but I'm pretty bad, so I like write everything down. Other than that, the first thing that I had was pretty much clothes. We'll start with clothes. So coming into being pregnant, I had no idea the transition that my body was going to go through. So I pretty much ended up having absolutely nothing to wear, no clothes at all. So I had to go buy a whole new wardrobe, and of course you don't want to spend like a ton of money on like new clothes that you're only going to be able to wear for a few months, because I mean by the time you need new clothes you're like probably about 4 months, so it's not like the whole pregnancy. So the first few months you can still wear your normal clothes, but once that weight gain starts kicking in, you definitely have to go get some new clothes. So that was kind of frustrating, because you'll learn really quick that like maternity clothes, a lot of it doesn't come in the style that you want it to come in, so you kind of end up just dressing very, very basic and not like stylish or anything, unless you have the money to like go crazy with these high-end maternity stores or whatever. Then you're pretty much going to be wearing some basic like v-necks, jeans, and some Vans and calling it a day. Season that you're in, that you're pregnant, obviously matters as well. So most of my pregnancy was during the summer. It's actually turning kind of cold right now, but I lived in dresses. Dresses were my best friend. They're the most comfortable thing for me, and they were the cutest and made me feel comfortable. So dresses were my go-tos, and then now that it's getting a little now that it's getting a little colder, I'm switching over to jeans and probably gonna pull out like my sweaters or whatever. So I'm going to see how this cold weather outfits and stuff goes. But yeah, so pretty much none of your clothes are gonna fit, and none of my shoes fit either now. Some of my favorite workout shoes do not fit, and because my foot has gotten so swollen that I can't even either slide my foot into it, or I can't tie my shoe. So either I can wear it and the shoelaces are going to be untied, or I can't wear it at all. A lot of flip-flops. I wore nothing but flip-flops, or I'm wearing nothing but flip-flops. So yeah, again, it should be interesting to see how I'll do with like boots and everything. I haven't really tried any of those on, so we'll see how that goes. So another thing that I've heard is like, oh my gosh, like when you're pregnant, you're gonna be glowing or whatever. Well, that is true at a certain point, but pretty much about pregnancy, you go through so many different things. It's crazy. So at the beginning, I was freaking out because I broke out really, really bad. So I had pimples everywhere. I've never had like issues with my skin or anything, not through high school, nothing. But all of a sudden I got pregnant and pimples popped out of the woodworks, and I was freaking out because I thought they wouldn't go away. And my skin scars really, really easily. So I was like, great, I'm gonna get all these pimples, then they're gonna leave scars and my skin is going to be ruined. Well, luckily, as y'all can probably see, a lot of them, or all of them actually went away. My skin cleared up, but that lasted for like 2 months. So I broke out and had very, 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 very bad skin for like 2 months, and I didn't want to go out of the house or anything. Not even like foundation could cover it up. So that was something that was not fun at all. I've heard too that like, oh, taking like prenatal vitamins and stuff makes your like hair grow and your nails nice and strong. For me, for some people that may be true, but for me personally, it was like the complete opposite. Like my hair got super dry, and it could also be like the texture of my hair because I have like really big curly poofy hair. But my hair got super dry, was breaking off, my ends were just horrible. I ended up like cutting 2 inches off of it like recently, like a month ago, because I just couldn't even brush my hair anymore. And then my nails actually got more flimsy, and like they broke easierly. Is that a word? Easierly? They broke more easy than normal. So that was kind of frustrating. It's still actually frustrating for me, but hopefully that goes back after the baby comes, because I had very strong nails before, so that's not cool at all. Moving on, stretch marks. So stretch marks and weight gain, that's definitely something that is going to happen if, well, I kind of feel like it's kind of genetic too. So me, I already knew I was going to gain a crap ton of weight. Some people, they just are type of people, they can eat whatever they want and they just don't gain weight. Me, completely opposite. I knew that this was going to be crazy as far as weight gain or whatever. So as of right now, I've gained 38 pounds and I feel every bit of it. So the weight gain though has caused me to have stretch marks, but not my stomach area, but in the areas that I naturally gain weight. So my boobs and like my butt and thigh area. I gain weight a lot in my thighs and my butt. So it's really bad under my butt cheeks and on my butt, like it looks like tiger stripes. And then I had smaller boobs before. I was like a B. Now I'm like a double D. So I have like tiger stripes on my boobs too. So again, I don't know if it'll go away or whatever. Honestly, as long as I don't get them bad or get them at all in my stomach, I'll be happy because I can cover everything else up. So I've pretty much been doing like cocoa butter everywhere. Like I go through a bottle of cocoa butter every single week. So hopefully that's gonna help after. And I'm actually hoping though that my boobs stay. I do enjoy having boobs now, but everything else has got to go. So weight gain, definitely a big issue. Oh, that's another thing, you'll have to buy like new bras because none of your bras will fit. Like I tried for like the first couple of months to wear some of my older bras, like the bigger ones that I had, and it got to the point where G was like, we have got to get you some new bras because like my nipples and my boobs were literally like hanging out. And I mean, I was just trying to avoid, you know, spending money and getting new bras, but eventually I had to buy like 4 new bras. So again, a new wardrobe or whatever. Food has definitely been a big one for me. So where to even start? Like pretty much everything that I ate before, I don't want to eat now. So before I got pregnant, I was actually eating super, super healthy, like right before I found out. And actually this was the thing that told me, or kind of was like, am I pregnant? Because it was because of food. So I pretty much ate healthy before. I don't want one thing that I had before. So no like ground turkey, no chicken breast, no ground beef. Like it's pretty much meat, I guess you can say. Meat and like proteins I don't really want. Pretty much have been a carb person, or he has been craving carbs. My baby wants carbs. So protein, smelling it, seeing it makes me want to throw up. It is just disgusting to me. So excuse me, I'm actually hoping that that's something that goes back, because obviously after I need to eat like super healthy to get back to where I want to be. So hopefully I'll be able to eat the things that I were before. But like I said, like that's how I kind of found out I was pregnant, is because I was eating like this super healthy meal and I just could not get it down. Like I was trying to swallow it, whatever, and I kept like gagging and wanting to throw it up, and I'm like, what is going on? So, because it's just not like me, like I'm a foodie, so I can down food without a problem. So I was like, there's something up. Like I've never had this issue before. So everything that I ate before, I don't want now. And it's another weird thing that happened, or that still does happen, is like I'll be craving something, and like we'll even go out to dinner or something, and like, yeah, I definitely want like some tacos. And I'll order tacos, be super excited about it, and then when it comes out and it's like in front of me and I smell it and like take a bite, and all of a sudden I don't want it anymore. So it's so frustrating. G gets so frustrated about it because, you know, it's like a waste of food, and like it's so unexplainable. It's just like, I'm sorry, like I just don't want it. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. So that's one thing that's been super frustrating. Probably the hardest thing, actually. And for me personally, I'm hungry like every 45 minutes. So figuring out what to eat is so difficult. And then I swear, like I'll eat dinner at like 10 o'clock at night, which is late already, go to bed, and then right when I lay down, I'm already tired. I'm not tired, I'm already hungry again. It's like the craziest thing. So I'm literally up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every night, like eating like little snacks. And that's probably why I've gained so much weight, but I'm always starving. So I'm definitely feeding too, and he's definitely gonna be a big boy. So that's probably the most frustrating thing about being pregnant. Self-image. That was definitely pretty hard on me. Self-image, I would say. Getting used to, like I said, I've never been this big before in my life. So kind of getting used to the weight gain. You're pretty much like a new person. Like, you know, your clothes don't fit, your shoes don't fit, you can't wear what you wore before, you gain 40 pounds almost, you have stretch marks now, you have pimples all over your face. Like, can you just imagine, you know, how hard it is to just be like, oh, you know, I'm the baddest thing in the world. Like, it's definitely super hard. But eventually you get used to it. With everything, it takes time. And eventually I got used to it and like found new ways to feel comfortable and like pretty again. Found clothes that made me feel good about myself, and kind of accepted just the changes that are happening in my body. You just kind of have to accept it and make the best out of it. So obviously another big thing is like you can't do the things that you used to do before. So obviously it's like drinking, going out partying, staying out late. You get tired super quick. You need like 3 naps a day. So, you know, you don't ever really want to stay out super late or anything. And you're just so emotional that like sometimes you just don't want to be around people, and you know, everything you kind of could do before you can't really do now, whether that's even like physical activity, whatever the case may be. And even that was hard on like me and G, because a lot of things that we did before we can't do together now. So it's like you have to kind of figure out a whole new way of enjoying each other. And that's the same with like your friends or whatever, because they're not pregnant. You know, if they want to have a drink or whatever, you just kind of are sitting there. So you kind of have to figure out, you know, what's best for everybody, and figure out what you can do that's also enjoyable for you. So that was definitely tough too. I mentioned that you are emotional. You're very emotional. You definitely have to have a strong mind, because you have to constantly remind yourself, like, look, Kayla, you're just pregnant. You're like overreacting to this. Like, keep it under control. Like, you constantly have to keep yourself under control. a lot of things irritate you, people irritate you, or, you know, all this is just me personally. May not be the same for you, but these are just what I've experienced. With your first baby, you'll definitely like worry a lot about your baby. You just want to make sure that it's okay. So like if he doesn't move for like 5 hours, you'll start freaking out. That's like one thing that I went through, and I still like freak out because I want him so bad. And of course you want your baby to be like super healthy and everything. So I've probably called the doctors like twice throughout my whole pregnancy, like, hey, is this normal? Constantly checking up on him. But again, that's super normal. Like, it's just motherly instinct to make sure that your kid's okay, I guess. But, you know, it's just hard because you can't see him or, you know, ask him, hey, are you okay in there? So you kind of freak out whenever you, like, feel a cramp or anything. You're always trying to make sure that everything is going fine. So your immune system is, like, weaker, I would say. You do get sick a lot easier. And oh, that's the thing is, like, with being sick while you're pregnant, I think I got really sick once. Being sick while you're pregnant is horrible because you can't take anything. So it's like you just kind of have to deal with it. Like, you cannot take anything. And I mean, there are some things that you can take, but if you're like me, like, I don't really want to be putting all that stuff into my body, all that medicine or whatever. So I kind of try to stay away from everything that I can. So I drink nothing but water, no soda, no caffeine. Every once in a while you can have like a little bit of caffeine, so I'll have like a sip of soda. I don't think I've drank a whole bottle of soda, since that's just not me anyways. Even before I was pregnant, I didn't drink soda. So yeah, water. And one thing that was tough for me though is coffee. Like, I absolutely love my coffee. And every once in a while I'll get like decaffeinated coffee, but then guess what? There's like another issue with that, because decaffeinated coffee actually made me tired, because I think coffee is like makes you dehydrated. So I was like, crap, like, I'm already tired from being pregnant. I can't like drink something that's gonna make me even more tired. So I finally like just pretty much just like, whatever, I'm just gonna wait till after. So I haven't had coffee like obviously in like 8.5 months. So that's one thing that's super hard for me. Even now, like, you see everyone with their coffee cups, I'm like, oh my god, I want my coffee, please. Everything's like achy, you're in pain, your back does hurt, all that stuff. You go through all of it. And certain smells make you gag or whatever. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that actually reminded me of one thing, indigestion. Later in your pregnancy, you'll experience indigestion. So like, you'll eat something, or if you eat late at night, or if you drink too much water while you're eating, all these little things, then you'll like be burping up your food or constantly burping, and it's like not super attractive at all, but just something that you have to deal with. You go to a ton of doctor's appointments towards the end. At the beginning, it's every like 4 weeks, I think. But now I go every 2 weeks, and this is my last 2-week appointment, and then I go every single week, which it's getting super scary because that means it's getting close. And last thing that I'll end with is exercise. So this has been like a super big thing with everybody, pretty much on like my social media or anything, or I don't know, everyone's been having their own opinions of it. And, you know, everyone's gonna have their own opinions of everything, but exercising honestly has been, I think it's an amazing thing when you're pregnant, because without it, I would have honestly felt like super lazy. It actually does give you a lot of energy. It makes you feel stronger. It makes you feel just a lot better about yourself. And I told you before, like, you just go through so much, like, on the outside, that just feeling strong and healthy on the inside is, you know, the best. Like, that's just the best thing you can do for you, and it's honestly the best thing you can do for your kid. I think exercising and working out is something that everyone should do when they're pregnant, honestly. The first trimester was super hard for me. I think it's pretty much hard for everybody. Mine wasn't the worst, but I was pretty sick, feeling just nauseous, and like all those food aversions I was talking about, all that was really bad in the first trimester. Second trimester, that it's definitely true when they say that this is like your golden trimester, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. That's when everything is just like super normal. You feel super normal. There's not a lot of like symptoms or anything. Nothing really bothers you in your second trimester. But then when you go into your third trimester, that's when new things start coming up, like the indigestion and the headaches, and you get sick easy, all that good stuff. So working out, I forgot where I even was going with that. That's like that pregnancy brain thing. But anyways, working out, oh, that's what I was saying, is like working out was hard at the beginning because of all, you know, you just don't feel good. Second trimester was super easy. That's when I felt my strongest and everything. And now into my third trimester, like I'm getting tired. I can't make it through all my workouts. You just get out of breath and you're heavier, your body aches, your ligaments and all your bones are just achy. So that's pretty much the thing with exercising. But all in all, it definitely has made me feel a lot better, and I'm so glad that I continue to do that. I wish I could have ate healthier than I have been, but honestly, I've just been trying to eat whatever I can keep down. I think it's actually changing again, because like today I had chicken, rice, and green beans, and it was actually really good, and the first meal I've actually enjoyed in a while. So hopefully I can like finish out the last few weeks like eating healthy and roll it right into like when I'm breastfeeding, and then go right back to losing weight and back to my normal self. So hopefully that's how it's gonna go now. That was a lot, but yeah, hopefully I touched on everything that I wanted to. But again, if like y'all have, if you're like pregnant, you know, a mom to be, want to be a mom to be, or anything, whatever the case may be, definitely feel free to like ask me questions in the comments, DM me on Instagram, whatever the case may be. I'm totally open to sharing my knowledge, to whatever knowledge I have, and just, you know, sharing my experience. I don't mind at all. So if you have any questions, comment below, and if you like it, like this video, and definitely subscribe to my channel. So I will definitely be posting more about my pregnancy, different topics, and you know, as the pregnancy goes along. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you again for watching.